Okay, so today we're going to be going over how to use Google Classroom. So to start off, you want to, if you have it over here in your apps window, you may have Google Classroom in here if you scroll down, maybe on here. I do not, and if you don't, you can simply do a search for Google Classroom, and then we just click on the top link here. And this is going to be the Google Classroom dashboard. And this is where you will create and manage your classes. So as you can see, when you first go to this page, you don't have any classes here. In order to add classes, you go up here to the top right and you click the plus button. And it's going to ask you whether you want to join a class or create a class. Now, for this purpose, we're going to create a class because the only reason you would use join class is if you're a student. But for teachers, we're going to create a class. So the first thing you want to do is you want to name your class. So we're going to name this one Class 1. And then they ask you for a section, which could simply be, Section 1B, for example, or however your school may work its scheduling. And once we have those two names input, we're going to click Create, and then it'll just take a second. And now we have our class. Now, this is going to be the main dashboard of your class. It's going to show you here your stream. You can click on this tab to get a list of your students. And then this tab, you kind of can make it, you can add your name in here, your title. You can add a little description. You can add a room number. You can also link this class to your Google Calendar, which can always come in handy. Real quickly, we will go over this About tab because this is the most simple, the simplest part of Google Classroom here. So, for example, the first thing we can do is we can put in a title. We're going to name this tutorial. But, obviously you can name it whatever you want. And for description, I'm going to put this is a of my class. Let's say it meets in room 105. And then we're going to click Save. And that's basically going to save this information that we entered. Now also on the About page, you can click here to add materials. Meaning if you have a syllabus or if you have any sort of assignment or work that you want to always have readily available for anyone who's in your class to download. So if you click here, it allows you to name the article, the document, whatever it may be that you're uploading. And you basically choose whether you want to attach an item from your drive. You can attach an item from your computer itself. You can link a web page, or you could upload a YouTube video. And once we name it, and you choose which one you want to upload, you'd simply click Post, and then this material, we'll call it, is going to be readily available for anyone who is in your class. Now, the one other thing you can do on this About page is you can invite other teachers to your class. And what this means is you're enabling them to view your class, view the materials you have, and kind of see, how you have it laid out. And what they can do is they can pull information from your class and use it in their own. So it's kind of like a way for teachers to collaborate with one another, with their own separate classrooms on Google. It also shows on the left side here, once you invite more teachers, this will populate with more users here. So see, it just shows me for now. It will show whoever else you invite on the left-hand side here as well. Real quickly, we will touch on the themes. So as you can see, I have some sort of map, it looks like, on the background of my class. But if you simply click Select Theme here, it allows us to choose from many different pictures. You can also upload your own. For example, if we're doing chemistry, we might want to use this theme. Now, this isn't really all that important, but it just kind of gives it a little bit of a aesthetic, aesthetic looks. So now we will go to the Students tab, and from here is going to be how you add students to your classroom. So there's a few different ways you can go about doing this. You can click this invite, and you can basically either choose from groups that you have on Google, or you can search up students or whoever it may be and add them, send invites to them. Another way is for your students to open up Google Classroom just like we did, and in the beginning, as opposed to selecting create a class, they would select join a class, and you would give them this code. And once they enter this code, it will automatically join them into your class. One other option here that you want to worry about is that students can post and comment. This kind of gives you some control over what goes on the class. So if you have, a discussion on your stream and you want students to be able to comment on it and, maybe collaborate with one another in almost like a forum type scenario, you would want to allow them to post and comment. You can make it so that they can only comment, so that they can't post their own discussions, or you could make it so that you're the only one that can post and comment. But that's really all there is to the Students tab. And once you add students, this Actions button will open up, and this allows you to remove the students from your classroom. Now we will go on to the last thing, which we'll go over, which is Stream. Now your stream is basically where everything happens, and it gives you all the information. It'll show you if there's any upcoming work due soon. You can choose to show deleted items or not. It'll show you your class code. This kind of gives you a preview of what your students will see as well. Now in order to add anything, we come over here to the bottom right, and we can choose to create an announcement. Maybe we want to say, there's a test tomorrow, or, prepare for the review session next week. That would be what you would use the announcement for. Create an assignment. You can upload documents from your drive. You can upload files from your computer. You can also upload YouTube videos. Whatever it may be, you can create some sort of assignment and assign it to your students, and it will let you know when they complete it. You can also create a question, like I was saying before, to almost do a forum-esque type of class. And you can also reuse an old post. So let's say in the beginning of the year you did an assignment, and maybe the middle of the year you switch over to a different semester, you get a new class. You can reuse your post from the first semester if you enjoyed that lesson. And then if we go up to the top left here, this is our classroom main menu. And this basically shows what we have. It shows what we're teaching, so it'll show our classes listed here. You can go to your calendar, and then you can click this to bring us back to the main page here. And that's pretty much all there is to Google Classroom. Thank you, and hope this helped.